This is Tee to Green, Central Ohio's premier golf show, presented by X Golf. Now here's your host, recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award by the Southern Ohio PGA of America and Hall of Fame, the Fan's own Skip Mossick.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome into our season finale of Tee to Green here on The Fan. Hard to believe another season has flown by. We started with the Masters back in April. We wrap up like we typically do. We're at the OSU Golf Club this morning, the site of next month's Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship, marquee event on the Corn Ferry Tour. And we're going to talk all about the tournament and more this morning. We start out with our old friend, our old morning tag team partner from back in the day, Randy Ford, who's now been with H&S Sports for quite a while.
I have.
I miss you, man.
I miss you, too. It's so cool that we can get together. I can't thank you enough for being here and for supporting the tournament the way you have for so many years. And, you know, it's funny, Skip, I was thinking on the way to the club this morning, and you might... It was 38 years ago when you and I first started working together on the radio.
And I've been there.
It's almost 40.
And I've been there a couple of years before you started, which is unbelievable. This event, speaking of years flying by, I can't believe it. What is the number now for this event? It's hard to believe.
Yeah, well, this will be the 18th playing of the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship. We started in 2007, I think. Okay. So yeah, it's been a wonderful experience for all of us. We've raised a bunch of money for Nationwide Children's Hospital, which was really the point of it all to begin with. So we've been able to accomplish that mission and have a lot of fun along the way. The Ohio State Golf Club and their staff have been great. This tournament is considered gold standard on the Corn Ferry Tour. And we expect to have another great event next month.
Again, when this became a playoff event, obviously the date changed. It used to be right around this week on the calendar. Now it's into September. You've dealt with up against Ohio State football in the past. It's going to be the case again this year. But again, nothing you guys can't handle. You, the club, everybody. The event always goes off like clockwork. Yeah,
there's just a whole bunch of people involved, a whole bunch of really talented people involved. It's a great team, and it involves not only our tournament staff, at H&S Sports Group, it involves the entire staff here at the Ohio State Golf Club. It involves the sports marketing division at Nationwide and a lot of Nationwide insurance, and their business partners are involved. The hospital gets very involved in it as well. We really feel like we're trying. We always try, Skip, to connect the dots, right, with the hospital, with the patient champions that we do, the pros for patients. We bring kids out to the tournament, and we want them to know that, in our way, we care about them and their families, and we're trying as much as we can to provide a funding stream to help the hospital do their good work.
You mentioned a couple of things I was going to ask you about, but let people know if they're not familiar with the pros for patients, first shot for cancer, all the stuff that you guys do in the week, which is great.
Yeah, we bring about 10 kids on Tuesday afternoon from the patients that have been treated at the hospital, and they come out and they interact with Corn Ferry Tour professionals, so there's a little bit of teaching involved. There's some putting games and games on the driving range, and there's other activities for the kids. And then at the end of it all, everybody comes together in the volunteer tent, and they pack gift packages for kids that are in the hospital that they can't come out that day and have fun. And so that's something we're really proud of. And of course, the first shot to fight cancer, we have a patient from the hospital every year that hits our first shot on Thursday morning. They have battled cancer. This year we have a young lady who just graduated from high school and battled cancer all the way through it to get there, and now she's in remission and she's doing great. So that's just, again, ways we can connect the dots and make sure that everyone understands we are here to do what we can at the hospital.
September 16th through the 22nd are the dates of this year's Nationwide Children's Championship here at the OSU Golf Club. And Randy, from a spectator standpoint, you made it about as easy as possible for people to come out here and enjoy this tournament. In regards to admission, common question I get is like, well, they're letting people in for free. How are you making any money?
Yeah, well, I jokingly say we make our money Monday through Wednesday because we've got wonderful corporate support. We've got corporate partners that come in from all over the country to play in our pro-ams early in tournament week. And so that allows us, when Thursday starts and the professional competition begins, our grounds admission tickets are free. So come on out, see us. We have free ice cream on Saturday. We've got a free pancake breakfast on Sunday. And, of course, Pub 13 is sort of the gathering place for most people here. That's where you and I would be if we weren't behind microphones. And so Pub 13 is obviously the signature par 3 here at the golf course. And we built a big, huge sports bar, for lack of a better word, and it's open to the public. And we have a lot of fun with that.
Birdies, birdie time. Tell us about that because that's the most popular, one of the more popular things out here.
Yeah, birdie time is Miller time is what it is. So. It's the 13th hole. There's a big shot clock up in the Pub 13, and when one of the professionals makes a birdie, then there is icy cold beverage specials for the next 13 minutes. Get it? We're on the 13th hole. We have a shot clock up above. And we count it down, and it's become very, very popular.
I was going to say, I know there's a lot on the line for these guys out here, and it's run by the tour, but I'd like to see them move that tee up to get a few more birdies.
The week. Well, it's not so much the tee box. Sometimes I look at it, Skip, and I go, "Who put that pin there?" I couldn't putt it a birdie if I landed it on the green from there.
Randy, again, you look at the history of this event, the players who have played here over the years.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time on our social channels putting a picture of Scotty Scheffler up because he won the tournament in 2019, and Justin Thomas won it in 2014. But with Scotty being Scotty the way he is right now, there's every time he holds up a trophy, every time he's got a gold medal around his neck, we're certainly proud of that. That obviously the number one player in the world won our tournament in 2019, and what we try to say every year is, there's another one coming, and this is a chance for people to see these guys up close before they go off to this fame, and it's a lot harder to get close to them. You and I were talking about one guy this morning. Matt McCarty is leading the Korn Ferry Tour points list. He's currently tied for the lead in Boise, and so that's a guy that you can put on your radar screen. You might not know him now, but who knew Scotty Scheffler 5 years ago? You mentioned that you make the big money the front end of the week. Pro-Ams are such a large part of this week. I know you're completely sold out for this year, but if there's corporations out there want to bring their clients or whatever, get involved next year, what's the best way to get information about this Pro-Ams? I think the first place to go probably is to our website, which is ncc-golf.com, and then you can kind of follow along from there. I will tell you, Skip, that if there's anyone out there that still has an interest in hospitality tickets for the tournament, those are still available. We've got a real nice hospitality club behind the behind the 18th green, and so those are available. You can get those through our website. Again, it's ncc-golf.com. We were all curious when the schedule changed how it would impact things, but you look at the continued numbers, it doesn't appear to have changed anything. And you were rattling off some numbers as far as things that have happened at the hospital. I mean, it's incredible, the money raised here and the benefits that the hospital reaps from those. Yeah, we finished 17 years. We're headed to the 18th year. We've given over $25 million to the hospital in those 17 years, and I hope that when we're said and done at the end of this year that we can get somewhere little north of maybe $29 million. Wow. So, it's nice to support that work, right? It's the third largest children's hospital in the country. The oncology unit is among the top 10 in the country. They've got like 15,000 visits a year just to the oncology unit. So it's great for us to be able to do whatever we can, in our own little way to support that. These playoffs are a huge part of guys getting their PGA cards for next year. You mentioned some names. Obviously, Scotty Scheffler is probably the largest that you're going to think about as far as that's come through here, and they're playing for so much. And this golf course speaks for itself. I mean, what's been neat for me, I'm sure for you as well, is to look at the scores over the years. When this thing first started, I mean, it was mid-single digits as far as the winning score. Yeah. Anymore now, the guys are catching up. I think it's because of talent. Well, I think it's talent. I think it's equipment. But it's funny. We just had our former champion David Lingmerth just came back to Columbus a couple of weeks ago. We had our media day for the tournament. You were on your private yacht off the coast of Florida, but we had so David Lingmerth, who won the Memorial in 15, won our event in 2022. Had a chance to talk with him about the golf course, and he's like, it's tops on the Korn Ferry Tour, and it all comes down to whether or not the golf course is firm. If the golf course is firm and it's a little windy, the winner's gonna probably shoot single digits. If it's a little softer, not so windy, I think that year he won, he was probably around 16 or 17 under. But you're not. If you look around the Korn Ferry Tour, Skip, you're going to see a lot of 25. Yeah. You don't see that here.
And we had a chance to chat with Langmuth. He was saying that the first time he saw the course was about 07 when he was at Arkansas. The regionals were here, so he was still remembered everything from then back to obviously when he went crazy here, winning that thing with the super low numbers here with his victory a couple of years ago.
Well, you'll like this, being the Ohio State guy you are. We got to take him through this wonderful facility that we're sitting in, the Ohio State, the dentist, and he looked around kind of wide-eyed and said, "Boy, we did not have that at Arkansas."
Again, last thing, Randy, tickets are free as mentioned, but there's still a process. So take us through as far as getting in the door. And I know there's, besides Nationwide Children's Hospital, there's other charities that are involved in this as well.
Yeah, that's probably the best route to go. We do something called the Charity Ticket Program, where if you're a nonprofit organization, you can get connected with our staff. We'll send you a ticket with your logo on it, with your nonprofit logo on it. Pass that out to your donors, pass that out to everybody that you know, and for every one of those tickets that comes through our gate, we're giving $10 to that organization. So it's a great way for us, to try to spur attendance and try to get people through the gates, but it's also another way for us just to give to a variety of nonprofit organizations outside of just the hospital, which is obviously our primary.
Again, Randy, one more time, all the tournament information they can find where?
ncc-golf.com.
Randy Ford, HNS Sports. Many years ago, he got up and worked early morning radio with me here on the Fan a gazillion years ago.
You're the reason I can't run for a political office.
It's all right, Randy. Thanks for coming out here.
You bet, Skip. Thank you.
Again, while we're getting ready for the Korn Ferry Tour playoffs to get underway, PGA Tour playoffs are in the middle of it. Let's check your leaderboards and get you warmed up with some chip shots.
97.1 The Fan's Tee to Green Chip Shots, presented by BMI Federal Credit Union.
Castle Pines Golf Club, the site of this week's BMW Championship. Adam Scott, your leader at the midway point at -13. Scott leads by 3 following a 63 Friday and was asked if he felt there was a good round coming.
Hoped, maybe. Yesterday I felt really good on the course, tee to green, and today leaving the range, just not quite in rhythm, but I settled down out there, and then a couple putts went in, and I could kind of find my rhythm a little bit. But it's a great round. I think I took advantage of good conditions this morning, and hopefully set myself up to have a real run at this thing on Sunday now.
Alone in second, 3 back at -10 is Keegan Bradley, who says the elevation out there in Colorado causes some challenges, but it's great to be in this position.
We took a long time trying to figure it out on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We got it down to about 10% when it's this temperature. This morning we were playing 8%. So it's worked out. It's definitely a little bit more stressful because there's a lot more going on, numbers, and the top 50's one of our most important numbers for us as players to be playing in these big tournaments. And FedEx Cup points, I want to be out there with the guys in the Ryder Cup team.
Alone in third at -9 is Ludwig Oberg. Like Adam Scott, a 63 Friday for Oberg, who says the course was gettable.
I guess the greens were a little bit softer, so you could be a little bit more aggressive and get away with a little bit more, I guess. But, it's fun to be in this situation. It's fun to play good golf, and I'm going to keep being aggressive, even though I shot even par yesterday. I was still very aggressive, which I like. I'm going to keep doing that and try to keep up and make a few birds to catch Adam.
Again, all chasing your leader, Adam Scott, at 13 under par. Elsewhere this week, World Tour in Denmark. Shubhankar Sharma and Lucas Bjørgaard, -7, lead by 1. LPGA Women's British at St. Andrews. Nelly Korda, -8. She leads by 3. PGA Champions in Michigan, KJ Choi, -6. Your leader by 1. Korn Ferry Tour in Boise. Matt McCarty, -15. He leads there by 4. Your leaderboards were brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union. Visit them today at bmifcu.org. More on next month's Nationwide Children's Championship here at Scarlet in just a bit. But up next, we'll head to Castle Pines and check in with SI.com's Bob Harig as Tee to Green, presented by X Golf, continues here on The Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you.
Ma, the meatloaf!
The Fan.
Are you looking for the best golfing experience in Central Ohio? Then look no further than the Virtues Golf Club in Nashport. The Virtues Golf Club was voted as the #1 public golf course in Ohio, and Golf Digest ranked Virtues as the 65th ranked public course in the country. Now offering on-site housing, the Virtues Golf Club is a modern design course mixed with classic features you'll love. Come see what's new and take in the scenery at Ohio's best public golf course. For more information, visit thevirtuesgolfclub.com.
Score a hole-in-one by earning a $200 cash bonus from BMI Federal Credit Union when you open a free checking account. BMI FCU has been voted Best Credit Union 6 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks for their exceptional service and dedication to making banking personal. For more details about BMI Federal Credit Union and this $200 cash bonus on a free checking account, visit bmifcu.org/free. That's bmifcu.org/free.
That's the sound of sweat. Falling drip by miserable drip. Because your AC has decided to call it quits in this heat. But the Waterworks Heating and Cooling team never quits. So no sweat. The Waterworks offers same-day AC service to help you keep your cool this summer. And that sounds amazing. Call the Waterworks Heating and Cooling team, 614-333-9720, or schedule service on our website. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better AC.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and this month 0% financing is backed by popular demand on the 2024 Toyota Tundra for 48 months. But hurry in before they're gone. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com for details. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky with approved credit, tax, title, and $250 doc fee not included. Offer ends August 30th.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app, or listen at home on your smart speaker, or open up the iHeartRadio app, or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the Dopes at The Fan.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Integrity, honesty, and quality. Words we live by here at Monogram Homes. Hi, this is Dina, and at Monogram Homes, we strive to bring your wants to your man cave, your needs to your kitchen, and your ideas to life. Most home builders claim to be custom, but starting with stock floor plans and templates isn't our idea of a tailored experience. At Monogram Homes, we start with a blank slate and work with you until you get exactly what you want. So start your true custom home journey today with a builder you can trust. Monogram Homes. Visit us online at monogramhomes.net.
Picture this, the perfect summer barbecue. No stress, no responsibilities, just all your friends, burgers and hot dogs on the grill, and a delicious, refreshing Pepsi Zero Sugar in your hand. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Burgers sizzling, hot dogs cooking, Pepsi Zero Sugar fizzing, and a backyard of very, very happy people. Oh yeah, we could get used to this. Very, very used to this. Pepsi, the official beverage of Grill's Night Out.
Yeah, sure. You're a 20 handicap when there's money on the line. A sandbagger's paradise. You're listening to Tee to Green with Skip Mossick on The Fan.
Welcome back, everybody. We're at the OSU Golf Club this morning, and we are presented by X Golf. Come experience the most advanced and accurate golf simulators in the world at a fun venue with great food, excellent service, and a full bar. Visit their website, playxgolf.com, to book your tee time today. 2 Central Ohio locations, X Golf Columbus in Grandview and X Golf in Powell. And X Golf highlights our weekly golf prize pack. A lot of good stuff here for you this morning. $50 e-card to go play at X Golf. We have some balls from our friends at Titleist Golf out at the Virtues, and Mark Lucas, general manager here at the OSU Golf Club, has thrown in a foursome for you to come here play at the OSU Scarlet course. No Twitter contest this week, so stay tuned. Details shortly, and hopefully this great prize package will be yours.
This is Backspin. Tee to Green Backspin.
Let's check into this week's PGA Tour playoff event in Castle Pines and welcome in SI.com's Bob Harig. And Bob, a very strange week for Hideki Matsuyama. Continued yesterday when he had to withdraw due to some back issues. But the strange stretch began with the robbery in London. Results in not having his caddy and coach be able to travel back to the States with him. Follows that up with playing great for 3.5 days in Memphis. Looks like he's going to run away with things and gives it all back late Sunday. Was almost hard to watch at times before pulling the tournament out at the end. I know it's difficult to communicate through an interpreter, but could you sense anything that he was feeling afterwards? I mean, that's quite the roller coaster of a week.
It sure is. I mean, and if you're the coach and the caddy, you might be sitting there going, man, I hope he doesn't think that a change is in order, because he seemed to do okay without them. I think there was a little bit of a sense of relief. Look, it's hard to win. He hadn't won in a while. He won back early in February, as a long time ago. And, that was his tournament. And to let it get away like that, really, on the holes that are not the hardest on that course, that was a great finish, though, because 17 and 18 are not the easiest, and he birdied them both. So kudos to him for getting it together, And look who he had breathing down his neck. Xander, right. Scotty was sort of right there. Nick Dunlop has proven to be quite the player. So, it was an odd circumstance. My sense was there was some relief, but also some pride in pushing through and getting it done.
Bob, the other thing that came out of Memphis was Commissioner Jay Monahan met with some of you, and while saying negotiations with the PIF and LIV are in a good place, but still nowhere near a middle ground, as both tours will continue separately in 25. Do you get the sense that this is ever going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I think that was a little bit misconstrued from that whole thing, I mean, look, we asked them, but I don't think anything was going to change for 2025 if they announced a deal in June or in May. It was too far gone. So clearly when we got to August, nothing was changing for next year. What you're wondering about now is 2026. I mean, whatever they're going to do, if they do anything, takes time to figure it out. And so it's not just, getting the deal done from the financial side. There's also the whole aspect of, if there is a competitive aspect to this that involves both tours, whether it's separate or whether they integrate in some way back, which, frankly, I think it's going to be very difficult, or if they have a separate competition, on the tour side, you have to worry about getting poached. I mean, I'm hard-pressed to think who would go right now, but, I mean, you don't want to keep losing your players.
Sure.
And, as I brought up to somebody here just the other day, I mean, is it really good that Rory and Bryson aren't going to play in the same tournament again until April? No matter what you think about either side, I mean, that's the reality right now. So, and until we get something figured out, that's what's going to keep happening.
SI.com's Bob Harig joins us from Castle Pines this morning. Tee to Green here on the Fan. Bob, the tour playoffs continue. We all heard what Scotty Scheffler said about the playoffs a week ago. I don't know if silly is necessarily the right word, other than the staggered starting position next week. But does Scheffler have a point, and are you a fan of the way that they do this?
Well, he has a point when it comes to calling it the season-long champion. But the other day, Billy Horschel made an excellent point, too, about playoffs. And he harkened back to the New England Patriots. I believe it was the 2007 season when they were undefeated, and they actually got to, 18-0 through the playoffs, and if they would have beat the Giants, it would have been 19-0,
right,
and winning the Super Bowl. And the Giants were like a 9-7 and 10-6 wild card team. I mean, they did not have as good of a record. They were not as good of a team all year as the Patriots, but we still recognize them as a Super Bowl champs, right? And so that's kind of what this is, and that's what you have to take it for. It doesn't mean that whoever wins this is the best player of the year. It just means he won the FedEx Cup. And really, let's be honest, it requires a little bit of good fortune. It requires a little bit of good timing. I mean, Horschel 10 years ago won the FedEx Cup, and that was when they had 4 playoff events, and the first 2 had cuts. He missed the cut in the first one. He had like 2 top 10s all year. Then he got hot. He finished second at the second one, moved up a bunch of points because the points are quadrupled. Then he wins at the BMW, and he wins the Tour Championship, and he wins the whole thing. I mean, and he pointed out, look, Rory McIlroy won 2 majors that year. Rory was the best player, not me. But he goes, this is what playoffs are. So when you look at it that way, yeah. I mean, the Tour's branding of it and the way they market it is probably not the right way to go. Frankly, what they should do is they should crown a season-long champion after the regular season. And that's clearly Scottie Scheffler.
Yeah.
And then you have these playoffs, and then that's separate, But I don't think silly's the right word, but I certainly understand his frustration. And I think where you run into a problem with this whole scenario, like next week and the strokes, staggered strokes and everything, and again, look, nobody's going to feel sorry for these guys, okay, about the money, but it's a huge difference from first to second and a really big difference all the way down to 30th. And so, like next week, the winner's going to get $25 million. Second place gets $12.5 million. I mean, that's a big difference. Scottie Scheffler leads this thing all year long, and he has one bad day in Atlanta, and it's going to cost him $12.5 million. That to me is like where this is skewed. And last year, John Rahm's a great example. He was in the top 3 all year in FedEx points. He had won the Masters. He won 4 times. He had a lot of FedEx points. He might have been second going to Eastlake in points. And he had a bad Sunday. He shot 74, and he dropped all the way to 16th. Now, look, again, nobody's going to feel sorry for these guys with the money. They all make plenty of money. But the difference between first, second, and 16th is really big. And that's where I think they might have an issue. And it's going to be hard to get the players to go public with something like that because they know most of them are going to feel too sorry for them. But it's still an issue. I mean, so if we had this scenario in 2018, Tiger would have not won his 80th PGA Tour title at the Tour Championship because all they counted was the FedEx Cup, and that's what Justin Rose won. Tiger would have finished second. He wouldn't have got credit for a victory. So I just don't like that. And I wish they would take another look at it.
Well, Bob, last thing. One of the neat things about this week's BMW is the component with the Evans Scholars Program. We always like having you on this week to talk a little bit about it, being a former Evans Scholar yourself.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, the BMW Championship, one thing that's kind of nice is they kept their tournament history. This used to be the Western Open. And the Western Open back in the day was a major, basically, before we really talked about them that way. But before there was a Masters, the Western Open was like the U.S. Open. The Western Golf Association was sort of on the same level as the USGA. They weren't a rules-making body, but they ran, they still do. They have a Western Junior, they have a Western Amateur, they have those same tournaments for women, just like the USGA does. And they're prestigious titles. And they had a Western Open that was a big tournament, and their beneficiary is the Evans Scholars Program, which, as you've noted, I was an Evans Scholar at Indiana. Let's be honest, I don't know, I don't want to say it changed my life, but it certainly kind of framed my life. I was a caddy growing up in the Chicago area. I earned an Evans Scholarship. It meant that my parents didn't have to foot the bill for me to go to college for 4 years. And, I have lifelong friendships because of that. And I ended up going into golf, for my career. And that's kind of what it's all about. And caddying is still a big part of the game. Unfortunately, revenue being what it is, a lot of places require you to take the carts. and some clubs don't have caddy programs anymore. But the ones in the Midwest that do, they usually thrive. And, I always tell people if you get the chance to take a caddy, it's a great experience. It's nice to walk. It's nice to sort of maybe have some camaraderie with somebody. And then if it's a kid, maybe somebody that you're going to take under your wing a little bit and help them along. And he might help you with your game. So, anyway, it's a great program. And, this tournament raises a lot of money for them. And so, obviously, it's always cool for me to get to come to it.
SI.com's Bob Harig. Bob, thank you again for coming on throughout the season. We always appreciate your time. We'll chat again come springtime, okay?
Sounds great. Have a great fall with the Buckeyes.
All right, more from the OSU Scarlet. Of course, the next month's Nationwide Children's Championship. We'll chat with Jim McCoy of Nationwide next as Tee to Green, presented by X Golf, continues here on The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Federal Elite Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Save big money on your next tiling project now at Menards. Complete your tiling job with professional quality installation materials from Tech. We carry high-quality Tech mortar and grout for all floor and wall tile sizes. Sturdy Flex mortar for floors offers steady, reliable bonding performance. On sale through August 25th. Save big money on Tech mortar and grout at Menards, and check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for over 30,000 mouth-watering choices with savings beyond low prices, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. More savings and more inspiring flavors make Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
During our Fresh Tyson Chicken full line sale, mix and match select varieties and buy one, get one free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Ah, the sounds of summer. The crack of a bat, the splash of a pool, and the dreaded silence of a broken AC. No, don't sweat it. Call the Waterworks Heating and Cooling Team for an AC tune-up. Schedule a visit today and stay cool all summer long. All set. Call the Waterworks Heating and Cooling Team, 614-333-9720, or schedule service on our website. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better AC.
Bob's Discount Furniture is coming to Polaris, and Bob's Discount Furniture wants you to win big this football season. It's easy. Get online and go to 971thefan.com to register to win a $1,000 gift card to Bob's Discount Furniture, so you can watch your favorite football team sitting in your new Bob's recliner or couch this season. Wow. That's $1,000 from Bob's Discount Furniture. All you have to do is register to win on the Fans Contest page at 971thefan.com. Hurry, contest ends Wednesday, August 28th. See complete contest details online at 971thefan.com.
If you're obsessed with fantasy sports and gambling things, we have the slightly above average radio show for you. On the Money with Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas.
Presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Sunday morning at 9 on The Fan.
And what is it called?
A ceiling fan.
And where is it?
It's on the floor.
And why is that a problem?
Well, see, the person who named it probably should have called it a floor. No, that's not right. The guy on TV I saw put up a ceiling fan.
Are you a TV star, Paul?
No, I'm not.
Are you an electrician, Paul?
I am not.
You are?
I am a middle management accountant, and I shouldn't be putting up ceiling fans.
You should.
Call the pros who knows.
Apex Pros.
The pros who knows know electrical work, too. Hi, it's Alex from Apex Pros, and if you liked us for plumbing, cooling, and heating, you're gonna love our pro electricians.
Apex Pros are on the way.
Much easier, isn't it?
I'm glad we sorted this out.
Me too.
Columbus loves the pros who knows. Schedule with one click at apexpros.com.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
We go to war for you.
At Sugar Schnarr Trial Attorneys, we're passionate about your rights. Whether it's a slip and fall,
a dog bite, or a motorcycle accident. We're on your side. Call 877-WAR-FOR-YOU for a free consultation or visit warforyou.com and let us fight for your rights. That's 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com.
War for you, warforyou.com. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Skies are clear and sunny. Temperatures already climbing. We're going to be back into the 70s and 80s before long, with highs this afternoon reaching the upper 80s. A few of us even seeing some low 90s. So hot and humid today. We'll see a high of 89, feeling more like 91 by 5 o'clock this afternoon in the metro. I'm meteorologist Madison Wright with your weather impact forecast on The Fan.
Now eligible for the senior tees. You are listening to Tee to Green with Skip Mossick, The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
And welcome back, everybody. We're at the OSU Golf Club this morning, and we are presented by X Golf, where you can play around on one of 50 courses, take a lesson from a PGA professional, hit the driving range, join a league, or just sip on a cold one on their outdoor patio. Visit playxgolf.com to book your tee time today. 2 Central Ohio locations, X Golf Columbus in Grandview and X Golf in Powell. Go see what X Golf is all about. And somebody's going to go there on us this morning, a $50 e-card to X Golf, part of our weekly golf prize package. We also have balls from Titleist, golf out at the Virtues, more fan goodies, and oh, by the way, a foursome to come play here at the OSU Scarlet course. So that and more coming up. No Twitter contest, so stay tuned. Details on our giveaway shortly, and hopefully this great prize package will be yours.
You are listening to Tee to Greens on the Range.
And we're joined on the range this morning here at the OSU Scarlet course. Jim McCoy, Associate VP of Sports Marketing at Nationwide, with his Bishop Watterson quarter zip Eagles with a nice win to start the season last night over Big Walnut. No?
Yeah, it's good to have football back and golf coming back here to Central Ohio here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. A month away. Nationwide, Jim, is one of the founding partners of this tournament. Since its inception back in 2007, tell everybody about the proceeds and the purpose, everything, all the money raised over the years. It's been incredible.
Yeah, I've had a pleasure of being involved all 18 years of this great event on the Corn Ferry Tour, coming out here to Scarlet, all to benefit pediatric cancer research for Nationwide Children's Hospital, and almost $26 million we've raised over that period of time. We've got great companies like AAP and Safelite that help Nationwide bring this event to Columbus every year, and some of the great talent that we see on the PGA Tour, and the guys like Scotty Scheffler and Justin Thomas and others that have come through this great event. It's always fun to be out here, and it's crazy that it's already here in September.
Jim, you've told us in the past, the fundraising provides more than just locally. It's incredible what they do here locally, as Nationwide Children's helps with discoveries and innovations across the country as well.
Yeah, it makes the work incredibly meaningful. You see the kids that come out, the patient champions every year that we celebrate, but it's truly more than just Central Ohio. It's 50 states, it's 50 countries that benefit from their care and the research and the amazing things that the hospital does to really just take care of kids and their families. It's a special event, and we're really proud to raise a ton of money to go benefit it.
Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship is only one example, Jim, of how Nationwide uses its sports marketing partnerships as vehicles to raise money for Nationwide Children's Hospital. You have events throughout the year as well.
Yeah, we've got the marathon coming up in October that raises over $1 million. We work with the Columbus crew to talk about on our sleeves and the Kids Mental Health Foundation that they have. So all the different areas that we try to help Nationwide Children's to, I think we've raised almost $60 million in the last 10 or 12 years in different properties and different sponsorships. Even the memorial and the Legends Luncheon, that we continue to proudly partner with Jack and Barbara Nicholas on that event, just raising lots of money for the hospital in all different ways that we can. And you can see the changes, and over the 18 years, we've seen the impact that you can make and the outcomes. That's where it becomes really special.
Like any professional golf tournament, it's impossible to pull off an event like this without volunteers, and Nationwide's a huge part of that. If people listening want to get involved, though, they come out and help.
Absolutely. We can always use more. Our associates have taken great pride in that over those 18 years. There's all kinds of great positions throughout the week to support the tournament, but it is the lifeblood. This event would not happen. We would not raise the dollars that we need to every year without the time that these people generously donate every single year. And it should be. It's a lot of fun too. You get to come out and get up close and personal with these guys and build relationships while you're out here.
Nationwide, of course, has a long history with the PGA Tour, backing more than 30 years, including a long association with what is now known as the Korn Ferry Tour. It was a nationwide tour for a number of years.
Yes, that was the job that brought me to Nationwide. I got to lead that sponsorship for a few years, and it's a great tour, and you see events in a lot of great markets all over the country. It's grown, it's evolved. It's now the way to get onto the PGA Tour, and that's the pathway as they call it now. But great people. These guys are grinding each and every week, and we're proud to have one of the top events on the tour, and really across multiple tours. What we're able to raise from a fundraising standpoint is best in class.
We talked with Randy Ford about this earlier in the show, Jim, but you take a look at how this thing all works. I mean, people get in for free, but yet still you're able to generate so many millions of dollars. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it is free for the fans, so they come on out and enjoy all the different activities. But we do a lot of pro-ams during the course of the week. We have a lot of partners that are of Nationwide and of Safelite and others that are coming out that are investing in a relationship with the hospital to make an impact. So those different events help drive that fundraising and allows the event to stay free, that we don't have to lean on ticket revenue and all the other things that come with it. I'd love people to come out, celebrate Pub 13 and free ice cream on Saturday morning from Nationwide and all the other things that we've always done that make it a really fun, family-friendly event. But it is, thanks to a large part our partners that come out and support it.
Besides what you do for a living, I mean, you're a golf fan in general. I mean, putting all the work aside, what's it like for you coming out here and seeing these great players?
Oh, it's amazing. We'd come out, and see Sunday and just the drama. It seems to always come down to 18.
Every year
we do some team building out at Pub 13 on Friday, and spend some time with each other as a team out there. But yeah, to bring the family out or come out Sunday for the check presentation and the final putt, it's always really special. And these guys, it's a different sound coming off their club than it is mine, that's for sure.
And mine as well. So Jim McCoy is a golf fan. Thank you for this tournament. Thank you for all the money, especially raised for Nationwide Children's Hospital each year.
Thank you guys for covering it, and we're looking forward to a great event in a couple weeks. Hope everybody comes out.
Jim McCoy, Associate Vice President of Sports Marketing at Nationwide. Up next, we'll chat with Kip Eriksen, Executive Director of the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship next. But before we go to break, let's go ahead and give away this week's golf prize package. Caller number 9, 614-821-9710, 614-821-9710. Caller 9 for the foursome here at Scarlet Golf out at the Virtues, balls from Titleist, the $50 e-card from X Golf, and more. Caller 9 right now will be your winner. Much more to come from the OSU Golf Club. Tee to Green presented by X Golf here on The Fan.
Head to 971thefan.com to listen on demand and subscribe to all our podcasts. Wasting time has never been easier. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and this month 0% financing is backed by popular demand on the 2024 Toyota Tundra for 48 months. But hurry in before they're gone. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com for details. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky with approved credit, tax, title, and $250 doc fee not included. Offer ends August 30th.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
Meet Abdullah Mahmood, problem gambling counselor at Maryhaven. More and more people are falling into problem gambling. It can happen so quickly that you don't realize it until you face a crisis. Gambling issues often connect to depression, anxiety, or other addictions. Maryhaven's experts offer comprehensive care. You and your loved ones can count on mental, emotional, and financial guidance. confidential, and judgment-free. Go to maryhaven.com today.
Ohio, ready for some quick mental health facts? Let's go. Nearly 2 million Ohioans live with a mental health condition. In the U.S., more than 50% of people will be diagnosed with a mental illness in their lifetime. Depression is a leading cause of disability worldwide. So why are some of us still stigmatizing people living with a mental health condition when we know all of this? Let's listen to the facts and beat the stigma. Ohio, challenge what you know about mental health at beatthestigma.org.
Morning Juice.
That's why they developed the portal. You hop in the portal and everybody goes in there. It's a portal party.
What do you think it's like in there, in the portal?
I think the portal is kind of like the holidays.
Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Affinity Whole Health.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
Kick off fall with Labor Day deals at Lowe's. Right now, buy one, get one free on select interior paint via Lowe's gift card rebate for your next paint project. Plus, save big on select 1.5 pint or 1 quart mums. Get 5 for just $10. Shop these can't miss deals today before they're gone. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 9/4 while supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowes.com/rebates for details.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
The Super Sale is back this Friday and Saturday only at Meijer. Shop for sports, family dinners, or get-togethers, and find super low prices on favorites like Halo Mandarins for 99 cents, boneless center-cut half pork loin for $1.79 per pound, and Body Armor or Powerade sports drinks for 88 cents each. Shop super low Meijer prices while supplies last, and get the same prices in-store and online. Shop the Meijer Super Sale this Friday and Saturday only. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store and in the Meijer app.
Oh my OAR.
Live in concert. Summer Tour 24. August 29th at Kimba Live Outdoor. With special guests, Light and DJ Logic. Buy tickets now at AXS.com and the Penn Station box office. OAR Live. Brought to you by Bud Light Seltzer and Promo West Productions.
This is Tee to Green with Skip Mossick on the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
And welcome back, everybody. Tee to Green presented by X Golf, and that's where Kyle from Dublin is heading. Congratulations to Kyle. He was caller number 9, picks up the $50 e-card to go play X Golf. A foursome here at the OSU Scarlet Course. Thank you to General Manager Mark Lucas here for that. We have golf out at the Virtues, Balsam Titleist, a whole lot more in there for you. So congratulations again to Kyle from Dublin. Again, we're about a month or so out from this year's Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship. Joined for a few minutes to take us home by Kip Eriksen, Executive Director of the Nationwide Children's Championship. And Kip, it's unbelievable that this thing comes around every year. You guys do such a great job. It always comes off so seamless. I'm sure there's so much behind the scenes that you guys are working on constantly. But, what's the year been like for you? You guys manage H&S a number of tournaments throughout the country throughout the year. You got one going on this weekend up in Michigan. So what's the year been like?
Yeah, no, it's we're very busy. We're blessed to be very busy. I was just thinking as Jim was talking about when Nationwide was the title sponsor of this tour. 19 years ago, we started this event 18 years ago. 19 years ago, H&S was probably 12 people. We were running an LPGA tournament at Tartan Fields.
Yes,
Randy was with us then.
Wendy's?
With Wendy's. There was a new LPGA commissioner, new CEO at Wendy's. Forces worked against us, and Wendy's canceled the event. So H&S was sort of like on the brink. And as we were going through this process, kind of wondering what's next. The day we announced that the Wendy's Championship was no longer, Nationwide called us and said, hey, can we have lunch tomorrow? We want to bring the best Nationwide Tour event to Columbus. That was 19 years ago, and here we are, $25 million and 18 great tournaments and unbelievable memories and champions. So that's kind of where it all began. It just kind of jogged my memory there.
It is amazing how it's evolved as well over the years, Kip, from back when it was almost like an invitational. You had a collegiate aspect to it to where it is now a marquee event on the Korn Ferry Tour playoffs. I mean, I know it's changed a little bit logistically for you all managing the tournament, moving from August to mid-September, but the charitable aspect has not changed at all. In fact, it's incredible the numbers that you guys continue to generate.
Yeah, we're driven by that, and that's Nationwide is such an unbelievable partner, and that is kind of the way that one of the primary ways we measure success. We want to have a great golf tournament. We want to treat the players great. We want to deliver a great experience for the fans, but we always keep our eye on that bottom line and making sure that we are maximizing dollars to Nationwide Children's Hospital. $25 million. We're going to do, we'll get close to $29 million after this year, hopefully, after 18 years. So it's an incredible trajectory, and we just, we're motivated to keep it going and keep growing that number while also growing the event.
We have, you guys have dealt with, dealing with in September. You're up against Ohio State football, nothing that you haven't dealt with before. I want to say Marshall is the home game for Ohio State the weekend of the tournament. But again, logistically, you guys figure it all out. Parking is always the biggest question mark, but I know that there will be a plan to get people in here and to Ohio Stadium that day as well.
Yeah, no doubt. So you're right. We've been against Ohio State football before, and it's fine. People can park off McCoy. Okay. There's still parking off Lane Avenue in Ohio State lots, and we'll shuttle you here in 5 minutes. And, we've got Pub 13 where we're going to have a giant video wall that's got 4 football games going on at the same time. So you can hang out here, watch golf, drink dollar beers, and watch college football. So what's wrong with that? That sounds like a pretty good afternoon to me. And same thing on Sunday.
A couple miles away. I want to come over here.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just leaning into the fact that we're in college football season, and we know it's big around here, but we're also a place where you can come out and watch it and still be a part of a great golf tournament too.
Talk about the relationship with the Ohio State Golf Club as far as having it here all these years.
The best. I mean, you can't have a great golf tournament without a great golf course that the players know and respect, the tour knows and respects, that puts the resources against getting the golf course in the right condition, like top championship condition. So this is a huge asset for us, being able to be here for all these years. I mean, to have a tournament run this long is pretty unique on the Korn Ferry Tour. To have it be played at such a great and perfect location for every year on all of those years, we're super blessed. And Mark Lucas and Dennis Bowser and Brian Kelly, the whole leadership team here, they take great care of us, and they're our partner. I mean, we're one team when it comes to tournament week, and they just nail it for us.
And I think some people take it for granted. They don't realize how difficult the golf course this is.
Crazy. It's too hard for me.
Yes.
It's too hard for me to come enjoy. But these guys, I think Randy talked about it earlier, but par is a good score here. You don't have to worry about making 8 or 9 birdies a day just to keep up. And I think the players love that, especially when you get to this point in the season where the second to last. I mean, the week after our event is the final. So we got guys, only 70. We've got a field of 120. Only 75 guys will advance to next week. So it's like you can look down the leaderboard. Guys are grinding just to make next week, let alone keep their, get their tour card for next year.
Kip Eriksen, we appreciate everything you do. As a golf fan, we're very fortunate. We have the Memorial. We have the Nationwide Children's Championship each year here in town. So thank you for all that you and everybody at H&S does, okay?
Thank you, Skip. Appreciate you.
Have a great week coming up here next month, okay?
Thank you.
Busy day ahead here on the Fan. Fan Sports Saturday is next. Buckeye replay at 1, Ohio State and Oregon from 2015 for the National Championship. Browns football coming up later tonight. They're at Seattle. For Jacob Reimer, I'm Skip Mossick. Enjoy the golf this weekend. Thanks for listening all season long to Tee to Green, presented by X Golf here on the Fan.
I'll be in church next Sunday to save me from the double bogey blues.
The 2 most mature people working at the radio station. And that's just because they wear pants.
The pervert and the skivvies.
Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and a multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I cannot imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Need inspiration? Fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
During our Fresh Tyson Chicken Full Line Sale, mix and match select varieties and buy one, get one free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Save big money on everything for your next project now at Menards. Finish your wood projects with Cabot Australian Timber Oil. It's perfect for deck, siding, and outdoor furniture while providing maximum penetration, durability, and water repellency. Save big money on Cabot exterior stains to get your staining project started today. And check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Bob's Discount Furniture is coming to Polaris, and Bob's Discount Furniture wants you to win big this football season. It's easy. Get online and go to 971thefan.com to register to win a $1,000 gift card to Bob's Discount Furniture, so you can watch your favorite football team sitting in your new Bob's recliner or couch this season. Wow. That's $1,000 from Bob's Discount Furniture. All you have to do is register to win on the fans contest page at 971thefan.com. Hurry, contest ends Wednesday, August 28th. See complete contest details online at 971thefan.com.
And what is it called?
A ceiling fan.
And where is it?
It's on the floor.
And why is that a problem?
Well, see, the person who named it probably should have called it a that's not right. The guy on TV I saw put up a ceiling fan.
Are you a TV star, Paul?
No, I'm not.
Are you an electrician, Paul?
I am not.
You are?
I am a middle management accountant, and I shouldn't be putting up ceiling fans.
You should.
Call the pros who knows.
Apex Pros.
The pros who know electrical work, too. Hi, it's Alex from Apex Pros. And if you liked us for plumbing, cooling, and heating, you're gonna love our pro electricians.
Apex Pros are on the way.
Much easier, isn't it?
I'm glad we sorted this out.
Me too.
Columbus loves the pros who knows. Schedule with one click at apexpros.com. Bobby Carpenter's dad and retired pro football player Rob Carpenter was tired of dealing with knee pain, but finally found relief without surgery at QC Kinetics.
Yeah, this was nothing really like a surgery. I mean, it was not painful, and the results were good. And, I'm walking out the door and walking pain-free, so it was a good experience.
Dr. Tessner and the medical professionals at QC Kinetics treat patients like Rob using regenerative medicine that helps heal and restore damaged joints with no downtime.
I wasn't really exercising much, and I gained weight because of that. So the upside of it obviously is I'm able to exercise without any pain or stiffness in the knee, and it's got my cardiovascular system back into shape, and I feel a lot better. And again, lost the weight. So what more can you ask for?
Call QC Kinetics for your complimentary consultation in Dublin or Gahanna. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. Or go to qckinetics.com/Columbus.
That's the sound of a Mountain Dew. And that's you enjoying its refreshing citrus kick. That's a cool breeze suddenly whistling through your hair.
Whoa!
That's you realizing you're now on a mountain.
This is epic!
That's you stating the obvious. That's you stepping up to the plate. That's you winning your kickball game. That's you taking another sip of your Do the Dew.